Hi, welcome to Kika Tips. I'm your host, Michelangelo Barques. Well, what we're going to do today is I'm going to be answering 10 of the most frequently asked questions. There's the 10 questions. Uh, uh, Remember, if you can ask me anything, but please leave me a permission to say that so I can say your name. So right. Please allow Michelangelo Barques, yada yada yada. I give him permission to say my name, yada yada yada. Because you guys deserve credit for this. I'm just a guitar player hosting an internet show, and I have fun when I'm reading your guys' email or questions, and like how I just did Galaxy Quest. It's like, wow, yeah, I get a kick out of it. Okay. Question 1: why themes? Well, I think themes started with Star Wars. When I first heard Star Wars, da 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 da. I always wanted to know how that was played. I mean, because Star Wars at the time was my favorite movie. I mean, I seen it in theaters maybe 2 times at the most, but I seen it on video at least about 500 times. This is not talking about Star Wars, the prequels, or Star Wars after that. This is the original Star Wars. I was a big fan, especially when Luke said, "No!" and Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan. That really got me here, and I've always wanted to know how the theme goes. So, fast forward a few years, because I was maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 or 10. Yeah. Okay, so maybe fast forward a couple of years after that, when I started to learn guitar, and then Star Wars was always in the back of my mind, but I focus on my scales, my arpeggios, my harmonic minors, my diminished scales, and I also focus on songs like Nobody's Fool, Metallica, Fight Fire with Fire, For Whom the Bell Tolls, definitely that, and even King Diamond, like At the Graves, Sleepless Nights. I did all of these things, but in the back of my mind, themes was always, always behind here. It was like, it's not time for me to come out yet. So, fast forward to when internet came on, and I decided to do my first internet show. And so I was doing my show. I was doing scales and arpeggios, and showing songs, and but it's funny because it was around this time when, from the back of my mind, themes came to the front of my mind, and I said I should do themes. And so one of my first themes, I believe, was Star Wars. I don't remember, because I have almost 250 something episodes. So it may be the first, it may be the third or the 10th. I don't remember. But that's why themes, because I've always wanted to know how the themes go, and I figured, I can't be the only one wanting to know how this theme go. Now, there's got to be other people like me. Okay. What's my favorite video games? Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting. Well, uh, well, when there was such a thing as an arcade, and I used to hang out at Kamiki Q. I love Kamiki Q. I mean, I love the bowling alleys and such, or Fun Factory, or Tilt. But my favorite place to hang out was Kamiki Q because I lived in Kamiki. In fact, Kamiki Q was just a block up from where my dad worked, and I when I would go to with my dad to work, I would hang out in Kamiki Q to the late wee hours. Yeah, I was in intermediate, and I would hang out at Kamiki Q to maybe 8 or 9 o'clock, maybe sometime, maybe even sometime 10 or 11, even 12. I'm not sure if they had a curfew, but and I didn't know anybody there, but the people that I did know, they just said hi, and I just said hi, and they let me stay. But anyway, yeah. So my favorite video games are Yi Are Kung Fu. That was my one of my favorite video games. I could never get to the second level. I always got past the first level. The first level was easy. The second level, I died almost all the time. My next favorite game was Tron, especially for that movie Tron when it came out. Joust. Although I wasn't very good at Joust. Although it was my favorite game, I just wasn't very good at it. Another favorite game was Dig Dug. That's the one. I don't know how the theme goes. I just hear it here. Miss Pac-Man. Let's see. Dragon Slayer. I played when I lived in Kalihi at Fun Factory. So that doesn't count because when I moved to Kamiki, when I went to Kamiki Q, they didn't have Dragon Slayer. They had all these other games, plus a room where adults would play. I never went in because there was always a guy who would change your dollars for quarters. He would always be watching that room. Let's see. Ghost and Goblin is another favorite game of mine. Again, I couldn't. I could never pass the maybe to the second level. Maybe the first level I could somewhat pass. That's the one that goes dun 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 dun. Don't know why am I singing. Favorite Xbox or PlayStation game? Well, PlayStation, I would say Twisted Metal and Parasite Eve. Twisted Metal was awesome, but I could never beat the game. Parasite Eve, I beat the game, but I cheated because you know how you can get those memory cartridges, so I cheated. And Xbox, I cheated on that too, because my favorite game was Marvel Alliance. Uh, I had like some Jack the Ripper games, but I'm not very good at games. I'm better at guitar than I am at games. Uh, Favorite soda? Well, everybody who knows me on here knows I only drink Dew. Or if I go to McDonald's, I'll drink the McDonald's iced tea. Because McDonald's doesn't have Dew. So, I have to drink the next best thing, which is iced tea. Or if I feel like it, then maybe fruit punch. Alright, favorite hero or heroes? Okay, well, that's easy. That's Wolverine. I'm not wearing my Wolverine shirt, but yes, it's Wolverine. My favorite killers would be Michael Myers and the funny clown It, or otherwise known as Pennywise. But yeah, it would be Wolverine, X-23, the one with the 2 claw, Moon Knight, Daredevil, and of course the X-Men and Fantastic Four. Alright. Wow, it feels like I'm taking a long time to answer these questions. Favorite pizza? Okay, well, I rarely eat pizza, but when I do, I tend to like the meat lovers. Or if I'm just getting maybe 2 topping at the most, pepperoni and Italian sausage. Favorite movies? Well, most of my favorite movies you can see on my videos, like the Halloween, Back to the Future, the Indiana Jones. I have so much movies. Yeah, I'm a movie-holic. Like I am a Frasier-holic because I love watching Frasier. I'm also a movie-holic. I watch movies constantly, every day, because I don't have cable. So, like yesterday, for example, after I got done with my errands, I popped in a film and I watched Miss Congeniality, Burnt Offerings, Repo, the Genetic Opera something, and I know I watched more movies than that yesterday. But yeah, and that's why I always say, if you have a particular theme you want me to figure out, who knows? I probably have the movie at home out of my thousands of whatnot movies. Here's a guitar effect kind of movie. Guitar question. Excuse me, my mind was on movies. Favorite pedals? Well, this is one of them. It's the Boss Heavy Metal, or Metal Zone, excuse me. Metal Zone. I love that pedal. I use that pedal whenever I'm gigging. At my metal gigs. Sometimes I'll use it at my Hawaiian gig if I'm allowed, some distortion. But most Hawaiian gigs that I do, they don't allow distortion. Quick plug. On September 22nd, we will be at the Ohana Holly Marketplace. That's September 22nd from 3 to 5. So come on down. Free music, free AC, and if you ever get the munchies for Hawaiian poke or something like that, or even donuts, they have a wide selection. You have to pay for the food, but trust me, it is well worth it. Plus, you have Elena Martinez, Kioki Ao, my dad, Kama'a Mike Barques, Lyle Ames, and who could forget me? Okay. Also, another pedal that I like but I don't have here would be my Echo and my Wah. You know, that foot pedal thing, shape thing. You go wow, 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 wow. Yeah, I like those pedals as well. But my overall favorite, the Metal Zone. All right. Do I listen to Pandora? Sometimes. But when I do listen to Pandora, I normally listen to the King Diamond station because I love King Diamond. And even though I may not be a fan of all the other songs that they may play while I'm listening to Diamond, you know, it's okay. Or I'll listen to the Coraline station because I love themes. I love themes. Okay, final question. Favorite guitar? Well, you gotta know, my favorite guitar is Socrates. I mean, I know there are Charvels and Jacksons and Kramers and BC Ridge and all these yada yada yada. I don't have Socrates here. Socrates is at home sleeping, but I prefer Socrates. Socrates was put together by Mitch from Guitar Tech, and in fact, when Mitch first put Socrates together, when I first went to his store, I climbed up the stairs and entered the door. This was by Ala Moana, and the first thing that I saw Socrates' neck because it had all these little dots that looked like eyes. And so when it was my dad's turn to go up and to have him, you know, put together Socrates, I just said, "Hey, Dad, can I have this neck?" And he said he wanted a custom-built electric guitar with a Gold Floyd EMG pickup, active, and with the neck that I chose. I think that's how it went. I don't know. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago, and I'm just pulling through memories. Okay, so there you have 10 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, if you have any questions that you want to ask me, or maybe you might have a particular favorite theme, or a particular movie, doesn't matter if it's action, horror, romance, comedy, you know, I'm game. Like I've always said, I'm always up for the challenge. Then write me down here, and just please remember to always leave me a permission to say your name. Uh, or you can write me at socratesbestfriend@yahoo.com. My emails, I don't get as quick as my notification, but I do get it. And so, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I do get it. You can, so my email is, I gotta tell you my email. It's socratesbestfriend@yahoo.com. That is SOCRATES best friend at yahoo.com. This is Michelangelo Barques. I bid you adieu.